Most often, whenever something goes wrong, we always feel it is the other person's mistake, don't we? Very rarely we would think, forget accept, even think that we may be at fault. I'll tell you a story and what happened to me after that, and do think about it whether it reflects on you also, or whether you have also committed the same mistake. There was a couple who moved into a house, and it was a very nice house, a newlywed couple. So the girl, every day morning when she would go to her kitchen, they had nice glass windows, and she could see her neighbor's house through the kitchen windows. So morning every day when both of them would get up and have their cup of coffee, they would sit and be sipping their coffee. They could see the neighbor's uh, compound, and they could see that lady drying her clothes there. And every day, this newlywed couple, the lady would comment, "Oh, that lady doesn't know how to do her laundry at all. The clothes look so dirty." A husband, as usual, sipping his coffee, he would not pay attention. He would say, and he'd keep quiet. This was a daily thing. Every day morning, they would come the same place. They would be sitting and having their morning coffee, and then the girl would see the laundry, and she would say, "Oh, this lady doesn't know how to do her laundry at all. Her clothes are so dirty." And every day, the husband would hardly look up, and he'll say, that's it. One day, she woke up late, and then when they were having their coffee, she just happened to look that side, and she saw the clothes were so clean and bright. She said, "Ah, finally, somebody has taught her how to do her laundry, and her clothes are really looking good today." Then the husband said, "Actually, it was our window which was dusty. Outside the window, it was glass windows, right? The outside layer, there was dust on it. And since you like looking out of this window, today morning I woke up early, I cleaned this window for you." So the dust was never in the neighbor's laundry. The dirt and that, not so clean was not the neighbor's laundry. It was her own window. And she didn't realize it. This story all of you must have heard. You must have seen it or read it somewhere. But I'll tell you what happened to me. A few days back, I was listening to a webinar with the headphones on. Okay. And almost half an hour into the webinar, suddenly a voice said, "Please check your battery." So I was like, my goodness, if a lady is conducting a webinar, won't she check her battery? She should be, right? She must be doing it on a laptop. So she must check her battery. Why she's not doing it? And I just kept quiet. The webinar continued. 5 minutes later, another voice. "Please check your battery." So again, thought the same thing. How come this is happening? Maybe she has not connected her battery. And at that time, it was probably by coincidence that lady just looked up as if she was talking to somebody. So I presumed she was telling somebody to connect her laptop's battery. And 5 minutes later, no voice. The headphones on my ear, the voice just shut down. The video was continuing, but there was no voice. I was wondering what happened. And then suddenly the voice started coming from my mobile. Actually, what had happened was my headphones battery was low. I had not checked. Her transmission was normal. The video was okay, audio was okay. There was no problem with her battery. It was my battery, my headphones, where the battery was low, and then because the battery was low, it switched off. And that's why I couldn't hear the voice in the headphones. The voice continued on the mobile. Do you see? The minute I heard battery low, I didn't think of checking my headphones. Immediately I thought, okay, it is that person's laptop which doesn't have a adequate battery backup. Has this happened to you also? Do we always do that? Whenever something goes wrong, the first, what do you call, knee jerk impulse is to say, "Oh, that person, the other person's mistake." It may be our own also. You never know. Do keep this story in mind. Next time when you point out to somebody or whenever you think, we don't say it often. Like I didn't go and tell that lady your battery is low, but I thought, and I mirrored my mistake onto her. It was actually my battery which was low, and I presumed that it was her battery which was low. Now she didn't even know probably. She continued her webinar and she completed. But in me, my mistake, I have mirrored it outside. That's why we say the world is a mirror. Most often, what we are seeing outside is actually a mirror of what is happening inside, isn't it? Do check today. Whenever you find fault with somebody else, take a second, before you say, okay, the other person's fault. Before that, maybe 1 minute's pause and then, is it my mistake or is the flaw here or there? Is a correction needed here or there? Do think about it. And if you like this story, do like, share, and subscribe. See you again. Bye.